Former Finnish president warns of prolonged tensions in Ukraine conflict. HUS staff cuts aim to save €50 million annually. Unfinished Joensuu apartment buildings get a new lease on life. Suolahti faces economic crisis after factory closures. Former Finnish President Sauli Niinisto said in an interview that Russia is currently focused on strengthening its military power. He noted that true peace for Ukraine is still far away, and temporary solutions are being proposed at the moment. One such solution is allowing Ukraine to join NATO only with the territories currently controlled by the government, to end the war, even though Russia still occupies part of Ukraine's land. However, Niinisto warned that drawing such boundaries could lead to prolonged tensions between Russia and the West. He also emphasized that the situation is highly volatile and could escalate if Russia and NATO were to face each other directly. Niinisto also expressed concern that the purchase and use of hunting dogs are decreasing due to fears about the increasing number of wolves in the border region between Russia and Ukraine, putting significant pressure on the armed forces. HUS, the unit responsible for specialized medical care in Uusimaa, is undergoing staff cuts to save €50 million annually. The negotiations affect approximately 28,000 employees, with plans to reduce around 990 positions. The cuts mainly target patient support roles not directly involved in treatment. Among those affected is Juuso Nuorimi, who has been transporting patients for 8 years at Meilahti Hospital. He feels that, while his job does not involve direct treatment, it is still important, as he helps patients move around the hospital and eases their stress. Zarnar Iskolar, a surgical secretary, is also at risk. Her job includes managing patient records, scheduling surgeries, and handling administrative procedures, tasks that do not involve direct patient contact but are vital to the healthcare system. Lastly, Hamide Bita Ahmadi, who has worked as a surgical equipment cleaning technician for 13 years, said her job requires attention to detail and strict adherence to hygiene regulations. She ensures that all surgical equipment is sterilized and ready for operations. These employees play critical roles in hospital operations, even though their jobs do not directly involve treating patients. Two apartment buildings in Joensuu were left unfinished due to the bankruptcy of the construction company, leaving them exposed to the weather for 2 years. However, in August, Zaramo Heikkinen, a local contractor, bought the buildings and the surrounding land and continued the construction project through a new company he founded. After surveys by engineering firms, Heikkinen said that the buildings, concrete and brick structures are still in good condition and safe to complete. However, the damp walls will need careful drying before construction can continue. Minor repairs, such as tile replacements and electrical system repairs, are also planned. The goal is to finish the roof by early 2024 and continue drying the frame throughout the spring. The apartments are expected to be completed in the spring or summer of 2026. However, the final decision on whether to sell or rent the apartments will depend on the real estate market. The town of Suolahti in central Finland is facing an unemployment crisis after 2 major factories announced closures within 2 days. First, Metsar Group announced it would shut down its plywood factory, which had been in operation for over 100 years and employed 370 people. Soon after, tractor manufacturer Valtrar said it might cut an additional 60 employees at the Suolahti factory. Local resident Seppo Virtanen said both of his sons were affected by these decisions. One works at the plywood factory, and the other works at Valtrar. He expressed concern about his children's future as job security becomes uncertain. Suolahti, once an industrial hub based on wood and metal production, now faces a serious decline. Locals like Tukar Lampinen and Irene Narkarlar worry that the loss of these factories will lead to further deterioration of the town. While the city of Äänekoski, which Suolahti is part of, is negotiating for government support, many residents remain skeptical about the future and hope for new job opportunities to revive the town. Danfoss, a company in Varsar, surprised many by dropping the requirement for Finnish or Swedish language proficiency for its employees. This decision led to a flood of job applications from foreign nationals living in Finland. Within a week, the company received 350 job applications from unemployed foreigners. Previously, Danfoss always required Finnish language skills for safety reasons, a common practice in the industry. However, after more than 2 years of implementing the change, the company found that no workplace accidents had occurred due to language issues. According to Heidi Saarinen, Danfoss HR manager, the company realized that attitude and work skills are more important than language. Additionally, Danfoss offers weekly Finnish language classes during work hours for its foreign employees. Researcher Matti Varli-Markki noted that more Finnish businesses are realizing that hiring foreign workers will help address future labor shortages as the working age population declines. Joonas Laartokangas has worked as a building manager in a large apartment building in Helsinki for 10 years, a job that is becoming increasingly rare in Finland. He took the position after the previous manager retired and was promised that this could be a lifetime job. Currently, Finland has only about 50 full-time building managers, down from around 2,000 about 15 to 20 years ago. The development of smart technology and automation has reduced the need for full-time managers, as the job now requires knowledge of modern technical systems, something many traditional managers are not equipped with. Laartokangas is always ready to help residents, even outside of working hours. On weekends and during holidays, he is supported by 2 part-time workers. He not only handles maintenance but also assists residents with daily tasks such as shopping and assembling furniture. For him, being a building manager is part of his life, where he connects with the community and cares for the building like his own home. A special dance event took place in Rovaniemi, Finland, with the requirement that participants had to be 65 years or older. More than 100 people gathered at an underground theater to participate in the dance, with a lively atmosphere similar to parties from the 1970s and 80s. There were no age checks, but the crowd consisted entirely of seniors. The free event, organized by the city, brought joy and a chance for social connection to the elderly. Some attendees said they danced throughout the event and no longer needed to exercise. The dance not only helped maintain physical health but also alleviated feelings of loneliness after retirement. Fear of wolves has affected the elk hunting season, which started across Finland on Saturday. Many hunters, like Veroli Hupponen in Kuopio, are hesitant about taking their hunting dogs into the forest. This year, more than 34,000 elk hunting licenses were issued, but the use of hunting dogs is decreasing, especially in areas with many wolves like Verur Sine Suomi and Pahi-Anmar. In 2023, wolves have caused 30 dog attacks as of early October, an increase from previous years. Despite this, Hupponen and other hunters remain hopeful that hunting with dogs will continue, as there are not enough hunters to completely replace the dogs with human hunting teams. A rare auction took place in Tampere Rare on Friday, where buyers had the opportunity to purchase tanks, field artillery, and cannons from the Finnish army's surplus. This was the first time since 2007 that tanks were up for auction, attracting buyers from several countries, including the Netherlands, the UK, and Poland. The auction, organized by defense company Millog, raised a total of €740,500. The highest selling item was a Comet tank, which fetched €141,000. All the old military equipment was sold as scrap. Interestingly, as the number of tanks being sold has decreased, prices have increased. The auction had 17 participants, including individuals, organizations, and museum representatives. For years, Finland's National Bureau of Investigation (KRP) has been monitoring a man suspected of involvement in the disappearance of Kai Salomaa in 2003. New information about the murder investigation was recently made public. Kai Salomaa, 46, from Varsar, disappeared in Karviar on May 15, 2003. Recently, KRP began investigating the case as a murder. According to obtained documents, a man over 50, who has been a suspect since the beginning of the investigation, was detained but denies all allegations. Police have used various methods to gather evidence. The current investigation continues with new information from police and court secret documents. However, the search for Salomaa's body has yet to yield results, and the case remains unresolved. Rare Oronen, a veteran player of Finland's national football team, said that the team was not much affected by outside criticism following their 1-2 loss to Ireland in the Nations League. He said receiving criticism is a good thing because it shows that fans care about the team. Coach Markku Kaineravar agreed but was surprised at the intensity of the criticism, with some calling it the team's collapse. Kaineravar explained that the defeat to Ireland was just due to a few small moments and not a major collapse. He emphasized that the entire team was very disappointed with the result and that it is crucial to focus on improving to reach their goals, particularly participating in the World Cup. Before the upcoming match against England at Helsinki's Olympic Stadium, Oronen said the team is highly motivated. He believes that to beat a strong opponent like England, the team needs to play with confidence, be proactive, and win key duels. Although Oronen has had limited playing time recently, he continues to give his best effort in training and matches.